In the tapestry of life, there are people like Lynn, who always believed in the quiet power of kindness. For many years, she devoted herself to being helpful, considerate, and accommodating, thinking that these were the marks of a good person. Whether it was staying up late to help a colleague finish a presentation or silently taking on extra work that others pushed her way, Lynn never turned down a plea for help. Her gratitude for small things was evident in her eyes, and her gentle nature became a silent comfort to those around her. Yet, beneath that calm exterior, something fragile was beginning to crack. Often, in the late hours at the office, Lynn would sit alone by her computer, exhausted and bracing herself for the next wave of requests. Her kindness had become almost expected, even exploited. She found herself drowning in other people's responsibilities, her own needs fading further into the background. The boundaries between selflessness and self-neglect had become dangerously thin. Her colleagues praised her. "Lynn is so good, so helpful, so kind." Yet their words were often a prelude to more demands, more work, more silence. Lynn smiled through her fatigue, nodding agreement, rarely daring to refuse. There came a moment of reckoning, small and quiet, but profound. Lynn sat across from her longtime friend Nam in a bustling cafe, her eyes absent, watching the ice melt in her glass. Nam's words carried a gentle, urgent truth. "Why do you let people walk all over you?" he asked softly. "You help them, but where is their respect for you?" Lynn could taste the bitterness in her reply. "If I'm not kind, doesn't that make me bad?" she asked herself aloud, her voice wavering. But Nam's answer echoed a clarity she'd buried for years. "That's not true. You know what's right and wrong. You don't have to endure everything to be a good person." Those words took root in her heart. For so long, Lynn had worked to be liked, to be seen as the good one. But as she looked at herself anew, she realized that true goodness wasn't about sacrificing her own well-being for the comfort of others. It wasn't about an endless chain of compliance or letting kindness become a shield for exploitation. There was a different kind of strength in setting limits, in honoring her own needs as much as she honored those of others. With newfound clarity, Lynn began to reimagine what it meant to live with integrity. She stood in front of her mirror one morning and saw a reflection not of resignation, but of gentle determination. When another request for help came her way at work, she responded calmly, "I'm sorry, I have my own priorities today." Her words were not harsh, but they asserted her own worth. There was a brief moment of surprise from her colleague, but Lynn did not look